Hi there. As much as fasting is very good, has amazing benefits, I want to just mention some cautionary steps that should be taken because many people have fasted to an untimely death. Many people have fasted only to have health concerns and, health challenges that they had to live with for the rest of their lives. So I want to mention some cautionary measures that we need to take in fasting effectively. The first is that it's a marathon, it's not a dash. So you should build up over time. Don't just wake up in the morning and you've never fasted and say, I'm going to do a 3-day dry fast, I'm going to do a 40-day fast without food. No, it doesn't work that way. The human body needs to be prepared and built into a state or different states that it can attain to. And I'll give you some stories. I know of a man of God who fasted, and because he did not break his fast or did not fast appropriately, he's had to live with ulcer. And the ulcer has led to serious back pain. I'm talking about Prophet Joel Ogebe. And when he said this, I said, it's time for me to really do a video about this so that younger ministers who are coming up don't have the same challenges. I was speaking with a friend of mine, Pastor Kunle Ario, and he told me that the same thing has happened to a couple of people that he knows of. And then, hi there. Once upon a time in my life, I was addicted to football. I was able to break my football addiction. Then I was addicted to carbonated soft drinks. I was able to break that addiction to carbonated soft drinks. And then I was able to start new patterns in my life, consistent patterns like learning voraciously, memorizing. I eventually memorized 10 books of the Bible, over 10 books of the Bible by the grace of God. I am facilitating a training where I want to show you how to break free from negative patterns, limiting habits, overcome limiting beliefs, start new habits, build it, and then build a life that you desire, create a life that you desire, and build good positive patterns. I'm also facilitating a training on how individuals become institutions, where I show you how individuals built institutions and how they were able to use harsh economic climates and recessions to their advantage. It's a training for anybody that wants to excel in any area of your life. Right now, you can see the flyers and the QR code on your screen. I look forward to seeing you there. God bless you. Do have an amazing day, and back to the video. I've heard Apostle Johnson Suleiman talk about the fact that he fasted for 19 days and that he doesn't advise people to do that same kind of fasting. I've heard of Bishop Francis Wale talk about the fact that, when he was still young in Christianity, he did maybe like a 7 days or maybe 14 days dry fast without water. And the way he spoke about it, that if he had the chance to do it all over again, he will tread a little bit more cautiously. So this is what I will say to you all. First of all, like I said, start gradually, build it. In fact, when I coach people into fasting, I tell them that if you want to fast for the first 3 months, if you're a beginner, when I mean a total beginner starting from scratch, for the first 3 months, you don't even have to fast. I tell them that just drink 4 liters of water every day for the next 3 months to prepare your body, to reduce your hunger levels, prepare your body for it. So I say to them, drink a liter of water in the morning, a liter in the afternoon, a liter in the evening, and a liter at night. That's 4 liters. By doing so, you are going to stay effectively hydrated, and you are going to reduce your hunger levels and your hunger pang. Your hunger threshold is going to come down because you are hydrated. The more water you drink, the less hungrier you feel. So I tell them, do that for 3 months. Then after 3 months, you can now start doing like a 12-hour fast. So you don't eat maybe until 12 in the afternoon. Then after 3 months, you can now start to do a 15-hour fast. You don't maybe eat until about 3 in the afternoon. Then after that, you can now begin to do an 18-hour fast. Maybe if you do that 15-hour fast for 3 months, then after that, you can now do 18-hour fast. So you don't eat from midnight until 6 p.m. And then when you do that for 3 months, 1 year, 2 years, you can now begin to do 24-hour fast, 48-hour fast, and all that. This is not cast in stone, it's just a guide. If you feel like your body can do more than that, okay, but you need to also be careful. The second thing I need to say is that when you are breaking a fast, that's where it gets tricky. You need to also be careful. I know a man of God, Reverend Peter Olawale, Redeemed Christian Church of God, head of prayer, and he was sharing the testimony of how he broke a fast with something peppery. I don't know how long that fast was, but he now had an ulcer. And he had to pray to God to heal him because his job was so sensitive and included fasting was a necessity, and he could not afford to perpetuate his job without fasting. But yet, because he did not break properly, he developed an ulcer. So I've given you the names of different men of God like Joel Ogebe, Pastor Peter Olawale, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, Bishop Francis Wale. I can go on and on. We need to be careful. When you want to break, the effective way to break is to break with soft foods, fruits and veggies. Just slight fruits and veggies, especially maybe juices. And I'm not talking about processed juices, I'm talking about organic. So you can juice it and start to drink. Or you can even take it raw without juicing, but you have to start small. Don't start with maybe the harder fruits like hard pawpaw, hard cucumber. You can start with a little bit of oranges, maybe some lemon, some of those less hard fruits before you go into the harder or bulkier ones. So please, the key there is moderation and treading with caution. Fasting has amazing benefits, but the Bible says in all you're getting, get understanding. So whatever you're going to do, please understand it very well so that fasting does not become detrimental to your health. People have died because they have fasted wrongly, and you don't want that to be the case with you. So the key there, break gradually, and when you're breaking, start soft. You are breaking a long fast. You may not even eat solid food until the day after you are broken your fast, or 2 days after. So you can start with fruits for the first 2 days. If you are breaking a long fast is anything more than 7 days. So you have not eaten for 7 days. You don't want to just start with food. No. Fruits for the first 2 days and then food. Now, the other thing I want to say is that if you want to do a dry fast means that you're not drinking water at all. Because I advise people, especially people who are starting, that whatever fasting you should do, let there be water. But if you are going to do a dry fast, I don't advise it for beginners. However, if you're going to do a dry fast, whether you're a beginner or not, make sure you don't go more than 3 days without water. If you are going to go more than 3 days without water, make sure you have a clear instruction from God. And having a clear instruction from God means that you have proved the voice of God over and over. Not that you are just hearing the voice of God for the first time. This is my opinion. Nothing is cast in stone. It's just my opinion as a guide. If you are going to do a fast beyond 3 days, add water. If you are going beyond 7 days, you really need to add water. Really need to include water. Make sure that you stay hydrated. Very, very important. If you do these things, you should have a very good fasting experience. God bless you. Do have an amazing day, and bye for now.